calling it Pleasant Island. No capital, no export, no public transport, no US embassy, no World Heritage sites, no rivers. This is the smallest country in Oceania. Watch till end for more interesting facts. Measuring just 8 square miles, this country is larger than just two other countries, the Vatican City and Monaco. There really isn't room for much. It has no protected areas, no World Heritage sites, no rivers, and just 30 kilometers of roads. According to CIA World Factbook, 71.1% of its 10,000 residents are obese, making this country the world's most overweight sovereign state on the planet. The GDP of this country is paltry $102 million, which wouldn't even buy Manchester City's two new defenders. A 3.9-kilometer stretch of a narrow-gauge railway was built in 1907 for the transport of mined phosphate, the lynchpin of this country's economy for decades. So rich were country's phosphate reserves that for the brief period in 60s it had the highest per capita GDP in the world. Alas, those reserves have now been largely exhausted. The first Westerner to visit this country was a British whaler John Ferren, who dropped anchor there in 1798. He was clearly impressed, calling it Pleasant Island. The island is ringed by coral reef, which prevents it from having port but makes it a fair bed for diving and snorkeling. The country is one of the 16 countries without an army. Australia is also responsible for keeping this country safe and sound, although the island does have police force. Country has no capital. Almost everything in the country is imported. Country has problems with fresh water, so it is delivered by tankers from Australia. It is the smallest island country. It has only 2 hotels. In the country, total length of road is lesser than 25 miles. In this country, education is free of charge. It doesn't have any public transport. It got access to internet in 1998. Due to no resemblance of the language of a population, their exact origin is not confirmed. Country was annexed by Germany in 1888. It is the world's smallest independent republic, and it joined the United Nations in 1999. The US does not have an embassy in the country. The US ambassador to Fuji is accredited to country. This country is the least visited country in the world, with only 200 tourists visiting the country in 2011. Did you figure it out which country it is? Nauru.